What is on top of the deck? What is on top of the deck? Oh, it's Lightning Helix! Oh my God! Oh my God!
Welcome to Hunt the Week.
Hello, everyone, and welcome into the show. Welcome on in, each and every one of you tree folk. I like the tree folk. The hidden tree folk deck. It's there. I think it's cool. Like the hidden giants deck. It's kind of there. Right? These sub-tribes, these sub-typals, these themes that are just there for you to pick at. Once you get deep enough into a format to go, okay, I see it. I see it. Hello. Hello, everyone, and welcome on into the show. This is, of course, Hunt the Week, your weekly Magic the Gathering podcast about the Arena Gauntlet League that we know, love, and play in. This is Lorwyn Eclipsed, Week 4. Wow. We're getting there. We are getting there. Who am I? Well, I am your host with the most, your Don John DeMarco, your Goku, or go home. I'm the Pride of Mardu, okay? 6-time top 8er, 2-time league winner, 1-time got knocked out of the league in Week 4. Unlike me, but it happened, and it happens to all of us at some point, doesn't it? Let's go ahead, let's talk about it, let's figure it out. Let's enjoy another day in Lorwyn.
Grab my morning mug of muck from the auntie. Hunt for treasures inside someone else's bin. Squeeze some frogs in the bogs all around me. Just another day in Lorwyn.
Of course, that's right. As I record currently 5 p.m. on Thursday, this is your top 16. Number 1, Christopher P. Dark Dragons, 16-4. Aaron B. Bevelman, 15-5. Nav S. Espada, 15-5. Luke M. Gravecrawler, 14-6. Yaron B. Personification, 14-6. Michael B. Monkey Mage, 14-6. Bryce G. Danny Brilliantin, 14-6. Daniel G. Frisky Hobbit, 14-6. Preston B. Vorbis, 14-6. Ben P. Chuck No Blocks, 14-6. Adam S. Wisma, 13-5. Lucas M. Finley 2K1, 13-6. Alex W. Imperial March, 13-6. Adrian P. Caringi, 13-6. Cram B. Egg Boy Like Egg, 13-6. Bob P. Hit, 13-7. And we have some 5-0s. 5-0 from Aaron B. Bevelman. 5-0 from Yaron B. Personification. 5-0 from Ben P. Chuck No Blocks. Adam S. Wisma, I see you at 4-0. 5-0 from Lot P. Lotta. 5-0 from Brendan N. Eggplants on Fire. And that's the thing. If you're doing well in this league, you're doing well on both sides, right? You're doing well in Lorwyn and you're doing well in Shadowmoor. You can't do poorly really in either one. To be having some of these good records. And I mean, 13-7, yeah, you're scared going into Week 5. Like, there are no runaway decks here because probably you're splitting decks. But, you know, it's still anyone's game. And there's still a lot of people left in this thing. And who knows, maybe the people up there right now, they're up there because their Shadowmoor deck's good, right? And they're about to go over to their Lorwyn deck, and maybe that one's not so good. Or maybe that competition's just tougher, right? That side, the Lorwyn side, is tough. Everyone's got 1,000 Lorwyn packs. Every deck is a busted elf deck. Really draw dependent and try to win them. Just try to do your best and play your best. How did I do? Not good. Went 1-3 and then was eliminated. A tale of two decks for me. My Lorwyn deck was 6-4, so a winning record. 3-2 both weeks I played it. My other deck was 2-8, 2-7, something like that. 2-7 was my Shadowmoor deck. We'll do the feedback. We'll do it now because we're eliminated. Did not like this league. Did not really enjoy this league. Sorry, this might be a little harsh. This league did not work for me. I think it comes down to I don't understand what this league's identity is, and I don't think it does a good job of doing what it was trying to do. You know, I think if you say this league, you break it down, it's a 2-deck league. That's what this league is. It's 2 decks. And I think that's interesting, and I think that works for some people. It didn't work for me here, but I think that is a cool idea that could work at some point with a different design. But it just didn't work for me. You know, and it comes down to the fact that we're only opening Lorwyn packs. I think that was just a big mistake that made nothing really work or be that fun. The Lorwyn side is too strong. It's got too much Lorwyn stuff. It's all in set. And the fact that you get to pick which packs go where, your decks are so strong. Like, they're busted. And the Chaos side, I love the Chaos side. I think the Chaos side's awesome. I think if this was a split league with like a Lorwyn side and a Chaosy side that stayed kind of Chaosy, it would have been super cool. But I just think the design was not there. I don't think this design really works at all, or like is great. And people might complain and say, yeah, Lorwyn's not that fun. But that's the only packs we're getting are Lorwyn. So if Lorwyn's not fun, guess what? This league's not that fun. And again, I like the Chaos side. I love all the fun changelings mixing with dragons, mixing with bats. That stuff is so cool. The negative counters on your warp stuff. There was so much potential on the Chaos side for it to be great. And it doesn't work. It didn't work at all. Like, it's so flooded with Lorwyn packs that, like, the fact that you're just kind of stuck with what you opened on that side and you never really get to bring anything else to the party, chaos-wise, you know. Again, I think, it all comes down to the Lorwyn packs being the only packs we opened. Because I think if you go, well, it's a split Chaos League, Vanilla League. The people that like Vanilla Leagues will love their side. The people that love Chaos Leagues will love their side. It's like, I don't know that either side was happy with how this worked out. Because the Vanilla side is just so, like, strong and busted. And the Chaos side isn't very chaosy. And, like, I want more of it. And it's all just lore. So, yeah, I don't know. 5 out of 10. 5 out of 10. Did not have a great time. And it's not just because I have a losing record. And sometimes I'll say maybe that's it. It's like, I just don't. I had concerns going into this one. And I think, I don't know. I think it just didn't work out. And again, we're seeing record entropy. We're seeing people just drop left and right from this league. Is it Lorwyn? Is it the league? I don't know. But people just aren't loving this one as much as normal. That being said, we are getting some teasers for Ninja Turtles. Man, I will say the set doesn't look good, but the league stuff looks great as usual. Posted mysterious green ooze in the league go, and if you put in your pool, any sealed deck pool, it mutates it. Boom, that was it. Boom, I just got pinged in one. Oh, hey, pretty neat stuff going on right there. Get excited for Ninja Turtles because again, the set, I look at it and it's just turtles and pizza. That's all I see. Is so much pizza and so many turtles, and I don't like the art very much. Maybe the gameplay is good. We'll figure that out. But after hearing all the issues we have with Spider-Man, League Committee has probably figured out a way for us to not be too turtley over here. Okay, we're going to be doing some weird, wacky stuff. I'm super excited. I'm just excited because now that I'm not in Lorwyn League anymore, I need things to do. I'm playing in the Abzan Roto. I'm playing in Bob's celebrity sealed pool thing, which I actually got to design a sealed pool for. I loved it. I spent so much time on it, and I am so glad that people finally get to see it. And I can't wait to see what decks they build, because I don't do a lot of, building pools for people to play. It was really fun. It was really cool. And I really enjoyed it. I had a great time. I just want to watch people play. I want to see what they did. I want to see what you guys did, man. So there's a bunch of good side events going on, and again, we're going to be having Ninja Turtle rules coming real soon. But we're still in Lorwyn Eclipsed. I had on a great guest. New to the league. You're going to love him. Go ahead and join me as we study the eclipse.
The moon and sun start to play, creating magic in the day. Solar eclipse, oh what a sight. Day turns to night, it's quite a sight. Moon comes sun for just a while, a cosmic show that makes us smile.
That's right. This week I had on, currently in third place, Nav S. Espada, 4, 15-5. UK liver, but Gauntlet League player. They were great to come on. I actually played them this week. They beat me, as most people have been doing this league. But they were super cool. They were fun to play with. Their deck was great. Their deck was like broken bonkers. And to find out that they are streaming their games, me and them are going to get up sometime later in the next week or two and rewatch the game we had and give it commentary. That's going to be fun. But Nev was awesome. Super great to talk to, easy to talk to, and learned a lot of really cool stuff about him. So please go ahead, enjoy my conversation with Nav now. All right, everyone, join us this week as we study the Eclipse with none other than Nav S, a.k.a. Espada 4. Welcome to the show, Nav.
Hello, John. Thank you for having me. Much appreciated. Excited to be here.
Happy to have you. Another, and you mentioned it off air. We got to talk about it. You're an Englishman. We can hear, we can tell. And you know Nick A, who was just on the show. This is are you a buddy of his?
Yeah, so we play in the same LGS.
Oh, awesome.
Yeah, we play in the same LGS. He's been saying great things about the league to quite literally everybody in the LGS, and he's managed to get a few of us involved, I would say. But this was sort of my first time entering it. But yeah, I'm glad he did. I'm glad he did.
And you know what? I'm glad he did too. It's great to have you here in the Arena Gauntlet League. Not only did we play this week, we had a great game. Your deck was busted, by the way. Oh my gosh, oh my gosh, the things in that deck, everybody, you watch out. Oh my gosh, we had some great games.
I did enjoy my Shadow Mare pool. I think it's a really cool build. So yeah. Sorry, you had to be on the bad end of it.
Hey, man, like I said, it happens sometimes. It was the kind of thing where, as we were playing, the more we played, I was like, "There's no way I'm going to beat this thing." Like some of the cards you got in there, and they just keep coming. Oh my gosh, I got 3 Sunderflocks. I can't deal with that stuff, man. Okay, I can't deal with it.
You have 3? Oh my god.
Yeah, but here's the thing. There's not enough elementals to get any kind of discount, and by the time you're casting them for 6 mana, you're dead. It doesn't matter. That was my plight. But we're not here to talk about me, Nav. We're here to talk about you. I want to know, when did you start playing Magic?
Yeah, so I started playing 10 years ago, I would say. I want to say it was like Ixalan, like Guilds of Ravnica, like Dominaria, that kind of part of when Magic was there in paper. So like it was, and I remember distinctly the moment. So it was me and my cousin. We were together hanging out at his place, and we were into like board games, and we would buy like a board game every week or whatever. We were just like massive nerds and things like that.
Yeah.
And then we just like, hey, like let's look at card games and let's look at like what card games we could like play and get into and stuff instead of board games, right? Because we'll enjoy that too. And then we narrowed it down to like, I think Keyforge and Magic. And my cousin was more keen on Keyforge, but then I had like this weird feeling about Magic that it would be good, and it's like more of a like refined game. How wrong was I, by the way? But like, yeah, I just thought, yeah, Magic is. I just liked the look of it, and I was just like, yeah, I can see myself getting into this. So I kind of pushed the idea of that, and then yeah, we've been started playing in paper. Started out. I think everyone's Magic career starts out with some kind of Commander Precon these days. So it started out like that, and then got really into like limited drafting. Magic the Gathering Arena was a big thing for me getting into it, just playing like kind of daily. My cousin sort of no longer plays, but and I go kind of off and on. But I've been playing for the last like 2 years pretty regularly, I would say.
And do you still play some Commander, or are you mostly a limited guy these days?
I am a limited guy, pretty much exclusively. I've had a standard deck that have performed pretty well in certain events and things like that.
Uh-huh.
And I always go for the standard deck that kind of like is more anti-meta, a little bit controlling, a little bit like that kind of side of things. But I enjoy drafting. I enjoy like packs, and I enjoy like kind of knowing like what's in a set kind of thing. I know that when I play limited, I'm only going to play against 300 odd cards. That's the range, and I enjoy
Hmm.
that element of it. It helps with my decision making process and things like that.
It works until they have one of those weird special guest cards that I always forget are in the sets. And I'm like, wait, what is that? How do you have Yawgmoth and Spider-Man or whatever it was?
Yeah,
Like those things always get me. They
I mean, it's cool when it's a blast from past. I remember, I think Risen Reef is in Lorwyn, and Risen Reef is one of my favorite cards that I used to play with, like limited back in the day in paper in like London. So yeah, it's nice sometimes, but it's a bit
I
inconsistent.
have played a lot of Lorwyn, and I did not know Risen Reef was in this set. That's what I'm talking about. I did not know it was in the set, and I've played a ton of Lorwyn. And what a great card for this set. That's great. My changelings are elementals too, and the triggers and the elementals deck. Oh my god, that's
Yeah,
broken. That's broken.
yeah, exactly. Yeah,
See, I'm so used to League, I thought of like the harder way of doing it than just the easy way of doing it. I was like, wait, my changelings are haha. But no, that deck's just there. You don't even got to work for it.
yeah, exactly.
But this is your first league. Yeah,
Yeah.
you're coming in, and you're doing great. What's your record right now?
15-5. 15 wins.
15 and 5. Oh my gosh. Phenomenal start. Usually 20 is good enough to like go all the way to the end. So you're only 5 wins away from, top 16ing this thing, hopefully. Um,
Yeah, I didn't actually know what that all meant until like Nick also said the same thing, and I was like, I don't know what you're talking about, but just please explain. And then my mentor Quill has also kind of explained it to me, so now I know what it entails. So I'm fully geared, and it sounds really cool. To be honest with you, it
I
sounds
mean,
awesome.
it does, and as long as you keep winning, and winning makes you feel good too, you're gonna have a great time. Things are going well.
Yeah,
Uh,
yeah, I think so.
but what's helping you do it? What's helping you do well? Your first league, 60 cards. It's different than normal. We're playing chaos. We're playing, strict Lorwyn pools. And you're doing great with all of it. Tell me about your experience so far.
And I think it's kind of counterintuitive a little bit because um, my win rate in Lorwyn has been, I don't know, 5 to 10% lower than like what I normally play
Hmm.
with, like in terms of like 17 lands data and things like that. I'm kind of having like a rough time in Lauren. I feel that's what I genuinely I feel. But I think with the league, I'm doing well because I think I have in this situation I have like a very clear deck construction goal, and I like I'm sort of like sometimes when I play sealed, I'm like, okay, this is obvious. I'm just gonna put these together. But here I'm actually like properly like thinking about like building like two awesome decks. And they both have like similar colors, but they have very different game plans. And I'm taking the time and I'm sending the deck link to like one of my friends, and we're like bouncing ideas off each other and things like that. And it's just a fun process to like deck build. Like for example, I've already got my deck built for next week,
Yeah.
and I'm super excited to play that. So yeah, I think also with like the cards and like the comeback packs, because I have like two separate like plans. with my decks, I can be like, okay, this pack has like 2 good cards for that deck, and this pack has like 3 good cards for that pack, so I can split them kind of effectively. And I just feel like, and now I'm at this stage where I'm like, okay, I'm looking out for certain like commons, uncommons, or whatever that will complement my decks kind of nicely.
Hmm.
So that's kind of like what I'm thinking about. I just got like a clear goal. I don't think I'll ever move into another archetype at this stage. And it seems like no one else is as well. It just seems like you're playing elves on repeat, I swear. But
It does. It does seem like that, doesn't it?
yeah, for sure.
It's hard not to play elves though, because one, the elves have some of the strongest cards in the set, and you're gonna open so many packs, you're gonna see a lot of cards that support it. Um, I did see a few elemental decks running around here and there, but I never really ran into like a Kithkin or I don't know, uh, any of the goblins. I never saw a goblins deck. Are you kidding me? There wasn't a goblins deck this whole time.
Yeah, I saw a Kithkin. I played against a Kithkin deck. I thought the deck was pretty. I thought it was pretty cool, but I feel like I had like a good sideboard against it.
Hmm.
And I think that really helped. Like I had, I think with Kithkin, there's a lot of 2 mana, like really good rares and like good curving out potential. And I had like 4 of the recruiting hex card, I think it's called, and that's
Oh
just
yeah.
really great against like that kind of aggro personality, right? So I just bought 4 of those in, and I was able to just like stop the curve like most of the time. So yeah, I think like with good sideboarding, like best out of 3, I think the aggressive like aggro cards or aggro decks are always going to be disadvantaged, right? That's my opinion anyway.
Yeah, I think so. In 60 cards, it just never seems to come together. Because like you said, even after you're sideboarding, like you can find ways to slow them down. And it's hard for them to be consistent when the other game plan is like, well, the longer I go, the better I go. Aggro is like the exact opposite.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. Like I like the value. Like when I think of a good deck, I think of like nice value, and I always like to draw cards, and I always like to feel like, 1 card gains me 2 in a way, or I like 2-for-1s and things like that.
Hmm.
So it's like, yeah, like I feel like that most of the time is better. And I think when you're up against like aggro and they have like, for example, 1-for-1 removal, I think they just, as long as you just don't die, which is the point of aggro deck, like, you're good.
Yeah,
So like,
exactly. Sometimes it's just like as long as I stay alive, it's gonna work out.
yeah,
Uh, Oh,
yeah, I agree.
we know what kind of decks you like to play. You like to play a long, grindy value deck. Oh, I don't know. What's your favorite Magic card? If you had to pick one, just one, what would it be?
This is a hard question.
It is. It's a toughie.
And I almost feel like I don't know. So I like, obviously I've had cards for 10 years or so, and there's just always one card that I always look at twice in my binder, and it's the Narset Pato Veils, but the Japanese edition.
Ooh,
Uh,
nice.
and yeah, like I enjoy that card. I've got a playmat out of it as well. And I think it's more just I enjoy the art. I think it's cool. I like the card as well. But like for me, I feel like I'm a bit like simplistic in a way that like I like cards like for example, like I like the best like common card in every set, right? Like Outlaws of Thunder Junction, like Vault Vault Plunderer, like it's just some simple common, like three
Hmm.
mana, draw a card, it's just so satisfying to play. So I really get my kick out of like the common cards that are like really nice to play in limited that you just like have a feel good factor. I don't have like a broken favorite card like for the card, but I think for this one, I just enjoy the aesthetic too much, so I feel confident in naming that as my favorite Magic card.
You might be the first person to ever distinguish in art, and I love that. It's like Narset, but the Japanese version.
Yeah, because the other art is nowhere near as good. Nowhere near as good. I wouldn't be caught wearing that thing, you know?
The Japanese art for all those planeswalkers is so good. It's a shame they even made the other. Like, why even do that? Just do the cool alt art and make it the good one instead of like we have to choose, and it's hard for us to get the good looking ones.
Yeah, I agree. But I guess that's how it is. But I'm happy. I actually checked the card because I was like, oh, like how much is this card and whatever. It's like $5, you know, £5. It's relatively inexpensive and things like that. So I don't know. One day I'll probably just get like 9 of them and put them in the front page of my binder and be
There you
happy.
go. Just don't look at the foil price. I'm sure that is astronomical.
Well, that's a good shout. I didn't check. I didn't think about that.
That's how they get you. It's that foil.
Yeah, I'm not a fan of foils. I feel like they pringle, especially cards from that area, like age, right? Like they just pringle, and I hate that. Like if I want Pringles, I'd eat them. Like not have them in cards.
I used to like foils, but now it's so common. Every like now it's you buy a collector's booster and every card's foil. You know, it's like yeah, back when it was like you got a couple of box, it was kind of neat. Now it's like it doesn't matter. Everything's foil, and why not?
Yeah.
It's not special when everything is the same. You know. What's your go-to common from Lorwyn? I heard your comments that you like. What's the Lorwyn common we like?
So I always like in every set you kind of have like a 4 mana, 4/4 kind of common.
Hmm.
Um, and that has like some relative upside. I think Safe Right Cavalry would be my pick. I also like Dawnhand Eulogist. But the Safe Right Cavalry is the 4/4, and then you pay the 5 mana to give any elf +2/+2. And I think as long as you slam that on curve and you attack and you basically ask the opponent, do you have a 6/6? If
Hmm.
you don't, because you can't double block it. So if you can't double block it, you need effectively a 6/6 to trade with it. And I think that's pretty strong for a common.
It also makes just all the other combat math so weird too, where it's like I'll just swing it there. Whatever you block, like I'll either pump the stuff you don't block, so I get more damage in, or like your trades are worse now because I can pump up my little guys with my extra mana and like eat your bigger stuff. Card's great. Card's very very good.
Especially with a set full of changelings, right? So it's like
Yeah.
you can just pump something random for like lethal if they, want the good blocks and things like that. So I think it's a great common. It's just I watch other people like stream and stuff like that, and everyone has the same kind of opinion. Like this card has just got silly text on it for a common.
It does a thing, and that it can't be blocked by more than. Oh, you give that thing menace, it's unblockable. It's very it's one of those weird design things.
Yeah. As is there? I'm not sure if there's a way to give something menace in this set, but that is a cool interaction that I have not thought of.
Yeah, whenever they print anything that says can't be blocked by more than one, if you ever give it menace, it just became unblockable. That's a classic league trick. So in your chaos pool, if maybe there's a way to give it menace or something, I don't know. But yeah, that's oof, I get you.
Going back to the drawing board and making that my game plan.
Tearing the deck apart. Where's the menace? How do we do it?
Exactly, yeah. Final week strat, full deck reconstruction.
Yeah. Well, you seem like a guy who knows his magic, is particularly his limited. What's your favorite set to draft, Nav?
Mm. Um, I have. So I feel like the very boring, obvious choice that everyone would say is Final Fantasy.
Hmm, that's a good one.
Um, and I certainly like. I remember like playing it at the time, and I was just thinking, like, this is amazing.
Hmm.
Um, this is great. And now when new sets come out, I would just think like, oh, like this isn't as good as Final Fantasy. Like Avatar, I quite enjoyed. Like I enjoyed the like the whole idea, like how true they were to like the show, and I like the flavor of it basically.
Yeah.
And I thought also it like played out pretty well. Uh, but Final Fantasy was still better, like by a fair bit. But I mean, those are like two universe beyond things that I just mentioned.
Hmm.
So like the other set that isn't universes beyond, I would say is like I remember enjoying Dustmon like a lot.
Yeah.
Dustmon was really fun. Like I remember, um, it came out close to my birthday in late September, and a lot of my friends are people that go to the LGS and things like that. And let's just say we were all pretty gutted celebrating my birthday instead of drafting Final Fantasy that week. That's how that sorry Dustmon that week. So that's how kind of like good I felt it was at that time. But I think Final Fantasy was better than Dustmon.
I think those are great choices. And you know what? They just had Final Fantasy on Arena like the last week, and I've been jamming it the last couple of days, and that set is great. It's so fun.
Yeah, I do miss it, but I like to play like the arena directs, and like this week
Yeah.
is the championship as well. So I'm just kind of just grinding away with like trying to get my Lorwyn into like a good shape, because I mentioned earlier, I was like I don't feel like I'm like doing as well in Lorwyn. So I'm just really trying to like put in the hours to get somewhat of a decent finish for the upcoming weekend.
But you got to get those reps in, you know? That's what it's all about. I always
Yeah,
feel like I know a limited set when I can like call what the opponent's doing or what they have, you know? It's like, oh, here they have this, or they're definitely going to play this card with what they're holding up. Like, um,
yeah. I mean, like I tend to go really try hard, and I just sent you a picture actually on Discord,
ooh,
um,
oh my
and
gosh.
and like I ended up winning 17 avatar booster boxes.
This is all from
Um,
directs?
this is all from directs, yeah,
Watch out, Jack. I don't know. Jack told me that's how many he had. This is definitely taller than a person. It's 17 just Avatar?
just avatar, yeah.
Oh my gosh, there's more in this picture than Avatar too. Oh my gosh.
And I think this is kind of what feel like I'm known for, because I just like grind these events out, and I believe I've sold more than like 60 boxes already, like from the directs. So I get them, and I usually just try to keep one. That's why
All
you see
right,
like a random.
okay, here's the question.
Okay,
When you do a direct, how much money do you put into a direct to get boxes out? Do you put money in?
do I put money in? As in, yeah,
Like
I
buy
reload.
gems?
Yeah, I reload. Yeah, definitely. I
How
put in.
much
Yeah.
how much do you I mean, you always come out ahead, right? You'd have to.
Um. Yeah. I mean, I think once or twice. Like, I think with the Dragonstorm, I had a
Uh,
really bad showing. I think I did like quite a few attempts, and then I only ended up with like one play booster box. Um. But like in the collector edition, I got like two or three of those ones. So I think it just kind of varies. But
yeah.
on average, definitely like ahead. Definitely ahead. Especially the Final Fantasy one, where like the collector booster box sold for
Oh, that's
like
insane.
over you know what I mean. So like I feel like I was very happy with that, and I obviously enjoy playing Final Fantasy, so it was like a treat, right?
Oh my gosh. You know, I won my first collector's booster box like a couple weeks ago in the Lorwyn one. And I've been so proud of myself. And now I'm looking at
Congratulations.
this. Thank you, thank you. I'm looking at this and I'm just thinking, oh my gosh, I gotta
It's
pick it up. I gotta
I
pick
mean,
it up.
I mean, like I said, Lauren is not being kind to me, and I tried a lot to get more than one box in for the Lorwyn collector booster box. But yeah, I did probably around 12 attempts or so. and I ended up getting one trophy. And normally I do a bit better than that conversion rate wise. But yeah, like I was happy that I at least got one trophy in the end, because obviously I think it's most famously like even LSV. I think he really struggled. Like he spent a lot of money on trying to win an Avatar Arena Direct box, and he didn't get there in the end.
Mhm.
So yeah, it's just a lot of variance, and yeah, I think with Lorwyn as well, it just I don't know. It felt like massively unlucky sometimes, where it's just like they have like always when they're about to die, they have like a bomb rare that stabilizes them and
Mhm.
instantly kills me as well. That's how it's kind of felt. But yeah, still like the set, obviously, but this is kind of like my jam a little bit.
Yeah, and it's nice. Yeah, it's always nice because a set that you like to play more, like Final Fantasy and like Avatar, you're going to be playing it more anyway because you like it more. So then when the directs come around, you're a little better geared up for those too because you're like, well, not only do I like this set, like because I like it, I've been crushing it. Usually those are the sets I do better into, or the sets that I really like because I just don't stop playing them. But wow, man,
Yeah,
that's amazing. That's very cool.
thank you.
All right, we have made it to our league questions. Are you ready?
Yes.
Good. Good. I don't know what I would if you said we would say no. I don't know what we would do. So
Yeah, I don't know. I was thinking about that. Should I say no? But I was like,
no, it's
where's
too
this?
late.
What's going to happen?
No, you've answered it. We can't go back to talking about your booster boxes. We have to answer the questions.
Okay.
Our next first question for your buddy Nick A. Nice Star. Is this what you expected when he told you about the AGL, and how can he improve his pitch?
Um, I think short answer is I had zero expectations. I've never joined something like this, like ever. Like I've never done any sort of like Magic League or maybe like Magic tournament, like digitally. So I actually didn't know how any of the like logistics would work. Like I don't know how you would get the packs. I don't know how you would create the deck. I don't know. Like the only thing I would know is that you'd have to craft cards in Arena of the ones that you get or whatever. But I didn't
Hmm.
know how anything would work, and I didn't know how like matchmaking would work and things like that. So I kind of just came in blind, and I really enjoyed it. Actually, I think like the tech and the bots and things like that are really awesome. And like all like the Google Sheets as well, they're very sort of well designed. You can tell someone's really like nurtured this as their baby, and that's really
Yeah.
cool to see, genuinely. So like like I said, I had zero expectations, but like pleasantly surprised at how like well it's gone. And at the beginning, like there was a lot of questions that I sent to Quill, my mentor
Mm.
that was assigned to me, but which by the way is great that they do that.
Yeah.
And it's just like I just had a lot of things, and like there was always an answer for my questions, and then that tells me that like this thing has been refined so well. Because like yeah, if it was your first league that you organized, these questions you probably wouldn't have an answer for, but I'm guessing other people had the same questions and they've made solutions for the problems, right? And yeah, it's awesome. As far as like the pitch of how he could probably get more people, I think like visually showing them like everything, like the standings, like there's so much that goes into this. Like for example, like I told you about the mega draft thing, not knowing that that's the thing. That's really cool. Like
Yeah.
top 16 people go into like some kind of battleground to face each other like Hunger Games style, and that's pretty awesome.
Hmm.
Like and then also like Nick told me about like rookie of the league, and I was like, I don't know what that is, but that sounds cool as hell.
Yeah.
And then like there's so many like elements to it, and like even like the Discord roles where you see like yourself, like you've got a bunch of them, right? And you got like it's like medals or accolades and things like
Yeah.
that. I think people will find that kind of stuff cool if they just see it, right? And instead of thinking like, oh, like it's a league, I have to, because how Nick would probably pitch it previously, how it felt like anyway, was just like it's a league, you get a pool, you pay 5 matches a week, and it just it doesn't like there's so much more to it than that, right?
Yeah. Yeah. It's I always say you get out what you put into it too. But there's a lot to explore. And like again, like the rules get crazy, wacky, weird. Two different decks, two different pools. It's not always only opening Lorwyn packs. Sometimes we open all kinds of weird packs. Like the every league things get really different. So it's fun, man. It's a great time. And we're happy to have you, Nav. We're happy to have you.
I'm happy to be here. I'm genuinely. I think I will continue being very. I can see myself doing multiple leagues. To be honest. So
Once you get
I'm
hooked,
here for good. Yeah.
it's hard to let go. Like because even if it's not the leagues, then it's like, well, then they've got, just drafts going on or different things that there's always happening. Or, like you said, it's rookie of the league, and then you got player of the year, and then there's all kinds of things to like build up towards. And, you build rivalries, you learn who all the good players are, you have tough games, you get better. It's a good time.
Yeah, exactly. And I haven't gotten to that point, right, where I kind of don't know anyone apart from like three other people that also play in the LGS. And so it's like, it's nice to maybe build some history, I guess, or elements of that where I can be like, oh, I played you before, and build that like rapport with each other. And even like meeting people like yourself that are doing cool things like this podcast. I think it's pretty, it's a good time.
And here you are coming in and you're making a name for yourself, 15-5. It's coming in with a bang. You love to see it.
Nice. Yeah, I'm happy about the record so far. Hopefully it will continue.
I'm rooting for you. It sounds like your decks are good, and again, looking at all these boxes, this guy knows how to play. So keep it going. You only got to go for a couple more weeks, and like I said, then you get the mega draft, and if you win that, you also get to put an emote on the server or a sound clip in the soundboard that stays forever. You get accolades. It's super fun.
Yeah, it sounds it, to be honest.
Our next question comes from Alex O. Poison Chicken. What's been your favorite moment in a game?
Yeah. Okay. So favorite moment in a game is like out there because I've played obviously a lot of games of Magic. Um, I'm gonna keep this moment to what's happened in a league game
Yeah,
this season. I think
I like
that
that.
makes sense. Um, I was playing against somebody. Obviously that's a predetermined requirement, and I was getting beaten down a fair bit. It wasn't the Kithkin deck. It was someone else that was beating me on curve, and I was just playing like I was playing my Lorwyn pool, and I was just playing my changelings, like my common changelings, and at this point, I've only had like two losses or something, so I felt like the deck that I'm playing against has far better like card quality
Hmm.
than me at that time. So I'm just like getting beaten up. I'm trying to take like the trades that are like good for me, and this dude's just trying to kill me. And I have a card in my hand called Morkan's Eyes, um, and I'm just kind of sandbagging it, and I'm killing off all my changelings, I'm killing off all my common elves, putting them in the graveyard. When things die, it's avail more to the graveyard, and I end up building like 10 elves, and I literally have like zero creatures on board. They have about three at that point after all the trading, and then I just slam it. More concise, eight, then crack it effectively, and then I get 8 or 9 tutus, and I'm like, yeah, this is awesome. And then next turn they don't attack, and then the turn after I top deck a Chronicle of Victory, which is a pretty amazing card in that
Gross.
situation. Yeah, and I cast it, and it's an instant concession.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, that sounds like it would be. But whew.
It was
Sorry to that opponent.
it was a lot of fun. Yeah, well for me, yeah.
Yeah, for you, for you, it was great. Although here's the thing: is it's not like to them it may have seemed like, oh man, what lucky top decks are plays, but it's like, well, you played till to the Morcon's eyes, You put all this stuff in the graveyard on purpose. Uh, the big board pump was a bonus, but you played to it. You're the one who tried to make it happen.
Yeah, I felt like I had a plan, and I feel like that's kind of like what my deck's trying to do, right? So it's like, I feel like I played in the way that I could win the game, and that was my like only chance I had because I was just getting savagely beaten up off turn by turn.
Hey, like you said, you put in the hours and it pays off. And again, like, oh, your decks are scary, man. Spooky, scary. Our next question comes from Jonathan P. Wheat for Days. What has it been like streaming your matches? And do you stream anything besides Magic?
So I only recently started streaming on Twitch, and it is just a thing that I wanted to do for fun. I only stream Magic on there. I thought initially it'd be something where I could stream like Arena Directs, for example,
Yeah.
and people can hang out and kind of watch me play that and stuff like that. That was the initial idea of it, and then when I joined the league, I thought, hey, why not stream the league matches as well? As something different, right? Everyone's kind of just streaming like limited Magic or standard Magic, right? So I
Hmm.
thought let's do that, and I'm having a lot of fun in the league, right? So it's something that I would enjoy doing. So yeah, it's been really fun. It's been one of those kind of situations where, um, you know, people that are watching the league streams are also playing in the league, right? They also
Yep.
know of the league, so it's not like a random person's watching it. So you kind of don't need to really explain what's kind of happening. Everyone kind of knows the score. So in that kind of context, it's cool. But yeah, I think it's awesome. Also just like I said, stream like just drafts as well. Sometimes, or kind of whenever I play Magic, I'll sometimes just flick the stream on and stream while I play.
What's the handle? We got to plug it, man. What's the stream handle?
So it's nav_mtg. I know it's very original.
Nav at Discord. Say it again.
Sorry, nav_mtg.
Nav_mtg on Twitch.
Yes, on
Wonderful.
Twitch.
All right, well, check it out. I mean, I can go there and watch you beat me, right? Can I go there and watch the replay of that our game?
So I've recorded the games, and I am thinking of doing a little like watch kind of party situation on
Ooh,
stream. So yeah, I think that would be kind of cool. I was actually thinking of like recording them and like editing them and posting them on YouTube this time around. But I think I will also like to stream it. So I'll be doing that, and yeah, I was just looking forward to kind of watching them back anyway. So
yeah.
I think that's the play.
And like I said, you get a nice documentation of your first league or your leagues to come. That's really cool, and that's really special. Not everybody has that, you know. That's you can watch the deck evolve and go through all your games, analyze the plays, and look at some cool stuff. Uh,
Yeah. I agree. I think it's a good resource. I do like the idea of eventually using YouTube because obviously the Twitch just keeps the VOD for like 7 days,
yeah.
so then it's kind of gone. But I download them anyway, and I just keep them for my own personal like uh record, right? So it's fun in that regard as well.
Yeah, you gotta have a good record of it. On my show, they go to YouTube. I try to keep all the podcast archive too. It's just a good place to keep things, I think.
Yeah, I think so as well. So I think there's going to be a mix of both, right? Like Twitch for people that want to watch it live, and then YouTube for like the recordings or like a bit of a log, I'd say.
Very cool. Jonathan does have a follow up. Do you or have you played any other TCGs?
Um, no, I can't say I have. Um, I'm no, I think I played Yu-Gi-Oh when I was younger,
Okay.
like when I was like I know. 12 or like I can't remember. And I'm how old am I now? I'm 33 now. So yeah, I generally can't remember what that was like. I know we had like 8,000 life in Yu-Gi-Oh.
Is that true?
Um,
8,000
uh,
life? Oh my God.
it rings a bell. A friend wants me to get into the like Gundam TCG, and that's kind of apparently recently come out. And I do enjoy Gundam. Uh,
Okay.
maybe I'll check it out, but I feel like I only got I feel like I'm a loyal dude, and I've only got like one thing in my life, you know.
Hey, I like it. And especially if you're trying to grind on something, it's hard to be like as good as you can be at Magic if you're playing One Piece and whatever else all the other games are right now.
Yeah.
The thing that you spread yourself, I feel like you hold yourself back a little bit too.
And John, I have like insane addictive personality. Like I, before I like for example, I play like first person shooters like Counter Strike, right?
Yeah,
I've got like 5,000 plus hours in that game. But I like to have like a chill game, like where I don't grind, where I don't care as
yeah.
much. Like I'll play like PUBG or something like that, just for fun, or like Escape from Tarkov or whatever, which isn't really fun, but like it's what I mean. Like it's my chill game away from CS. So maybe Gundam or maybe like Flesh and Blood or something like that could be like my chill, TCG game. But
Yeah.
it's we'll have to see.
No, hey, let me know. Let me know if it's any good. I'm sure there we'll find some other people on the server that like Gundam and card games too. So let us know if it's a fun one to play.
Yeah, we'll do if I ever get around to it. Yeah, of course.
Georgie C. Yasunori would love to know, what is the sexiest accent?
What is the sexiest accent? Okay. Um, it's a very on topic question, I'd say. But I think I personally, again, a bit of a boring answer, but I think French/Russian for me.
Okay, okay.
I think
French
French is a little bit,
slash Russian.
well, I like French, like hardcore, like just French, like that works for me.
Okay.
But I also like Russian. So French first, Russian second, I suppose.
All right. You've heard it here, Georgie. French and Russian.
Or maybe both. Maybe both could be cool.
I see. I'm trying to picture like, oh, this Russian family brought up in the French countryside, and what? Oh boy, what does that sound like?
That'd
Um,
be a pretty cool combination.
right? And you know what? It could be the sexiest accent of all time, but we don't know. How do you track that down?
Yeah, it's definitely food for thought.
It is. It is. Our next question comes from Pierce E. Tarnell. What previous set would you have liked to have played in the AGL League for?
Yeah, so I think it's probably the sets that I generally enjoy playing limited for. So like Final Fantasy would have to be on there.
Yeah.
I would have liked to seen what Avatar would have been like. Um, I'm wondering, like, I'm curious in my mind of whether like everyone just went really like hardcore on like the bending mechanics for like the old decks and things like that. So a part of me would be very curious to see like things, and I guess that kind of goes for all of the decks, all of the leagues. Sorry. So I would say also maybe I was going to say Dustmon, but it sounds a bit less appealing than Final Fantasy and Avatar for me. Um, and yeah, maybe also like the Dragon set um, as well. I think that would have been pretty cool to play in the league for.
Yeah, I'm going to tell you what the rules were for each of those leagues.
Okay.
Okay. For Avatar, which was the most recent, for the first 3 weeks, you opened. They were weird packs. There's something else about them. You opened like was it non-Avatar cards? I don't remember what it was. But you opened a different kind of pack. They weren't Avatar packs. They were Oh my gosh, I'm already messing this up. I have to look it up now. I'm already
Was it
messing
like
it up.
it was a chaos, like kind of a chaos vibe?
I want to say it was chaosy because it wasn't. It was weird because the first 3 weeks were like normal league, Avatar chaosy stuff, and I remember blue and white were very strong. Then in weeks 4, 5, and 6, your record reset and your pool reset at week 4. And from then on, it was a team league. So if whatever your record was, you got paired with two other people that shared a similar record. So you were 15-5. Boom, you're having a great league. You just got paired with numbers 1 and number 3. You guys are now a team. For the rest of the league, you guys have to split a pool of like 12 packs of Avatar, plus extra packs for however well you did in the first 3 weeks. And your team gets eliminated at 11 losses. You guys all share a record. So you all play, but your team has one record. And when your team hits 11 losses, you're out in the last 3 weeks. So it was cool and different, but then it was also like it totally changed into a team thing. And there was a lot of good theming if you're an Avatar fan. But the comet came and destroyed everything, and everyone had to rebuild. It was pretty neat.
Yeah, it definitely isn't something that I would have envisioned like happening. I would just in my mind, like I was just thinking, yeah, it's just normal seal pool, and everyone just like hardcore earthbending or hardcore waterbending and whatever, right? It was completely different.
Normal. So like this league being so Lorwyn heavy for being Lorwyn League, normally it's not like that. Normally it's not so much of whatever set we're playing.
Okay.
In Final Fantasy League, that was a really cool one. You upgraded your packs like you were upgrading a character. So you could add, after so many losses, you add an extra uncommon slot to your pack, and you can change the color slot. So it's like, oh, I'm going to take away my green slot in my packs when I lose, and I'm going to turn that into now I have 2 blue slots because I know I'm playing blue, things like that. You could add extra rares, and it was like so many of the slots were Final Fantasy cards, and some of the slots were like special bonuses that were chaosy and weren't Final Fantasy.
Wow. Okay. Very flavorful. I like it. Just like the Avatar thing as well.
Everything's flavor's that's a big one. Dustmourn was wild, man. Every time you won, your deck size increased by 2 cards. Every time you lost, your deck size decreased. Or didn't based on the pack you chose. So you would choose what pack you got when you lost, and you picked like a crummier pack, you could remove cards from your deck. Like you'd have a smaller starting pool. You could go down to a 40 card deck if you chose enough of like the weaker packs. Or you could choose like Dustmourn, like you would remove 0 cards. So if you were winning, people got up to like 80, 90 card decks in that league because they kept winning and they kept adding stronger cards to the deck. So it was it was a madness mechanic, or it wasn't madness. It was whatever madness was called in that set. Delirium. You were going delirious.
Okay. Yeah. Again, very flavorful, and also when you have 80 cards, the deck naturally becomes slightly less consistent, I would presume, as well. So
right, and those
difficulty
40 card decks are a lot more consistent.
Exactly. Yeah, I see where the idea kind of stems from, and I think that's pretty cool as well. I'm wondering if it was now. I'm sure there was some kind of mill archetypes, wasn't there, in Dustmourn? That would have been pretty cool.
I don't know if there ever was. That's the one thing about League that always gets me is you can never really play mill. Mill's never really viable because everyone starts with 60 cards. Maybe there was mill in Dustmourn, but that would be cool. That would be fun.
I mean, forget about 60 cards. I think milling 80 cards would be an accomplishment.
Achievement unlocked.
Like they're already playing well. They're already doing well in the league. And then you try to mill them out as well. That'd be hilarious. I think that sounds great.
And then Tarkir Dragonstorm was everybody in the league got split up into each of the different houses or whatever, the different clans. And then every week, you would get points based on how well your clan does, or there was a different event each week that was either like, send people to do a draft, and however well they do, you get bonus points. Or one was Winston. There was some weird big Winston tournament, and people got to play. I did a thing one week where I did a game show, a trivia show, and people came on, and whoever got the most points got points for their team. So it was a bunch of like every week there was something going on where you could do something for your clan to help them earn points, and then whatever clan had the most points at the end, everyone in the clan won like a free league. It was fun.
Yeah, I think so. After hearing all that for the four formats I've just listed, I think the one that appeals the most to me would be the Final Fantasy one.
Yeah, it was a cool one. It was really cool.
But they all sound like incredible. Like they all sound like well thought of like design, right? So it sounds great. It's actually a shame that it's taken me so long to be introduced to this.
Yeah, man, you're gonna be like, hooked. Like they've been like teasing Ninja Turtles all day today in the League crafting channel, like or League committee somewhere. They've been teasing Ninja Turtles. What's it gonna be? Something about pools and mutating pools and like they always kind of wait till all the spoilers are out till they lock everything down. But like in the next week or two, we'll have the rule set for Ninja Turtles, and it'll be wacky and weird. I think they originally said that like the rule set for that league was going to be this league's rule set, but then they realized it just made a lot more sense to do it for Ninja Turtles. So I'm excited to see what it is. It's coming up.
Yeah, me too.
In fact, so now that I've told you all that stuff, and now that this is your first league that you've been playing in so long, I think this question from Jack is wonderful. Jack H. Rakic, been on the show, league committee member, great guy. With the power of hindsight, is there anything you would change about the Lorwyn rules?
I mean, like I think hindsight's very powerful, as Jack already has alluded to.
Yeah.
But for me, I feel like I've had a great time. The only thing that I think about is that I feel like I'm playing like a lot of the same kind of decks and again, and I think like I like the concept of the two pools. I think that's cool. That's really fun. But like I think for me, when I like read the announcement, I felt like the Shadowmoor would be like a complete chaos thing. But as it's kind of played out, I feel like you get Lorwyn packs, right? So those that have had like 8-9 comeback packs, their Shadowmoor pool is basically like 75% Lorwyn, for example, and like 20% like some random special guest basically at that point. So I think maybe like thinking out loud there is just like having a Lorwyn complete pool where you just you're gonna play elves every time, play Merfolk every time, and then the Shadowmoor just instead of having those as Lorwyn packs, have them as chaos packs or whatever, and they could rotate. For example, like 1 week it will be whatever pack from this format, and then the next week it'd be a different pack for another format. I think maybe that would have been slightly more like less Lorwyn-y, I guess,
Yeah,
for both sides.
Definitely less Lorwyn-y, 100%. And that sounds great. And we have done leagues like that where it is, each week is a different comeback pack, and then it's kind of like, oh man, do I want to lose this week? I'll be getting, March of Machines packs. They're really good. I also think one of the big problems with double Lorwyn packs is like you'll never change off your deck when you have the choice of just making the deck better, Like let's say, because normally if we are doing like a single league and you're like, let's say it's a chaos league. It's random. Everything's random. All my packs are random. I get no choice or whatever. Like if I start opening good red rares, eventually I have to start looking at red as like a color I might want to play or a color that I should be playing. But when you get a choice of, hey, there's two packs, you're like, well, that's my Lorwyn's deck's the elf deck, so whatever elf cards go in there, just ship them. And you never really have like choices of like changing the deck very much. I'm never a huge fan of leagues where that happens, where it's just like, oh, the one deck you just keep making it stronger, and you make the choice that's like, what does this need, instead of like, what are you being forced to do? Being forced to like find a better deck instead of just feeding a deck more of what it wants. Um, because you just
Yeah,
open
I
so many
think
packs.
yeah, you kind of hit the nail on the head there. I think for me, I've never considered another archetype since I started. And I think the whole point of having two pools is that, it encourages deck building like more frequently. But I think if I had to do more deck building, it would be a bit more tiresome at that point.
Yeah.
And I think that, I mean, one of the reasons I'm having fun, even though it's like, consistent Lorwyn all the time, is that I have just very two different, like, I have two like game plans for each of my decks, right? So like I kind of have like fun things to play each week. So it doesn't just feel like, oh, it's just elves or it's just, merfolk and things like that. So um I think, yeah, I think like, yeah, power of hindsight is a powerful thing, like Jack said. But I definitely agree with your statement as well.
Well, thank you, Nav. Thank you so much. And thank you for coming on the show. And thanks for beating me this week. You helped me get knocked out. I appreciate it.
Are you out now? That's
Oh, I'm out. I'll tell you, Nav, this is one of the worst things I've ever had, if not had in like the last year. I'm pretty consistent to go at least 50-50, a little more. But my Lorwyn deck, which is an elf deck and was friggin' great. I had two Marylands, I had an Oko, I had the stupid elf rare that pumps and kills based off elves in your graveyard. That deck was great. It was busted. It went 6 and 4. My Shadowmoor deck went 2 and 7. That deck was not just never worked, and I kept struggling to make that deck work. I could never make it work. Um, so I had a tale of two decks, man. I had a deck that I really liked to play that I thought was really strong, and I liked the Shadowmoor deck. I like playing it. I like the Shadowmoor games, but the deck just never worked out. So the league is it's done for me, but that's okay. It's okay, Nav.
Yeah, I believe it's okay. I think it's okay. It's sad to see you go. I mean, I'm sad we only played once. It would be nice to play you again this week.
You don't want to just you don't want to feed wins off me like that, Nav. You don't even get to play against my fun good deck. But oh, you could have. But hey, there's other leagues coming up. You come back for Turtles, maybe you'll find me out there then, and I'll come back with a vengeance.
Yeah, no, it sounds good. Looking forward. I'm not really looking forward to Tales, I suppose, like the actual set itself, but I'm looking
Yeah,
forward to seeing what the league comes up with. I think that'd be cool,
it's gonna.
especially if they're teasing it already.
That's the thing. The league, no matter how bad the set is, like even Spider-Man set, the league was still a really fun time. It was still a great league. It was split between heroes and villains. You chose a path. Eventually, you only got villain packs or hero packs. It was really fun.
It
Uh,
sounds better than the actual set.
it was so much better than that set. That set was bad, but the league was good. And you know what? Turtles will be the same way. Well, Nev,
Can't wait. Yeah.
I want to thank you for coming on the show, and thanks for making time. And we went long, so thanks for sticking around. Um, Again, thank you so much, and good luck out there this week. Again, rookie of the league, man. Just keep going. You could. It's not easy. Hey, you know what? You know who got rookie of the league in their first league? Me,
Uh,
Goku or go home.
okay.
So I believe in you, man. You can do it. That's you only get one shot at it, so go get it.
I think I do have a competitor for Rookie of the League. So yeah, it'll be good. Maybe I direct challenge them. I don't know, but I think it's something that I would like to get. But I'm just going to do my best and see how it goes from there. And John, I would like to say this was absolutely so much fun. Like, thank you so much for having me as well. Thank you for welcoming me so nicely into the league as well as your podcast. And I had a ton of fun, man. So really appreciate you bringing me out here.
Aw, shucks, Nav. Oh, you gotta make me blush out here. Well, hey, again, man, thanks for coming on. Teach me how to win some of those boxes, and have a great rest of the league for real. Go win this thing.
All right. Thank you. And appreciate it. And have a nice week as well.
again, just the nicest. And it was one of those things where we hadn't really talked much before they came on. And they came on and we were just chit-chatting away, having a great time. Nav, thank you so much for coming on the show. Good luck in getting Rookie of the League because you're out there against other people. This Dark Dragons to Christopher P., they could be new. I don't recognize that name. And they're in first right now. So you got some competition, my man. But hey, I know you can do it. Go out there and get that win. Again, another great accent. These UK people, are all the UK people in the server, they're not all from Nick's store, right? That's not what this is. Is that what this is turning into? Nick's store side server for him to get all the people from his LGS to come play at? And man, what an LGS you got if you got people like Nav and Nick both playing there. And other thing, I don't know who else is playing there, but now I'm starting to assume maybe more British people are coming from Nick's LGS. Well, that's going to do it for the show this week, everyone. I hope you're enjoying Lorwyn Eclipsed League. I may be out, I may be gone, but hey, I enjoyed it while I could, and you're going back to your Lorwyn side. This is the funner side, maybe. Some people think these decks are really, really good. I loved playing my Lorwyn deck. That's the thing. I'm sad I don't get to keep playing my Lorwyn deck. My Lorwyn deck was fun. My Lorwyn deck was good. But I hope you're enjoying it, and I hope you're keeping a good 7, man. You got to. You really do. With how strong these decks are and how many rares and how busted everything is, you got to have a good 7. And the shuffler's got to be in your favor because your bombs are going up against their bombs. You know, it's a bomby time. And who's going to get it down first? Who's going to get it down last? It all matters. And we will see everybody here next week for week 5 of Lorwyn Eclipsed League. Until then, bye, everybody.
I guess this is Go Home.